Adventure of the Day is inspired by the book Bluebonnet at the Texas State Capitol, written by Mary Brooke Casad, illustrated by Benjamin Benson. This book is about an armadillo named Bluebonnet who takes a tour of the Texas State Capitol. Not only does she visit some of the historic landmarks in the building, but she also makes some friends along the way. Be sure to find your copy on Amazon today. I love this book because I'm a born and raised Texan and have grown up and still go to this building. But today we're taking a special tour with Texas State Representative Caroline Harris Davila. It's gonna be a Texas-sized adventure. Are you excited? Let's go.
I am so excited. Today we are in the heart of Texas in Austin at the Texas State Capitol, and I'm joined today with my good friend Representative Caroline Harris Davila.
Hi y'all, how's it going?
Oh my word, guys, this is gonna be amazing. Caroline is gonna give us a specialized tour of this amazing building, just like Bluebonnet took in our featured book today.
Absolutely.
Caroline, are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's go. We have made it to the outdoor rotunda here at the Capitol, one of the most beautiful outdoor parts of the Capitol here.
Absolutely.
Caroline, can you talk a little bit about this and the role that it plays in your job?
Yes, absolutely. So I was just telling Cassie that there are a lot of events that happen out here during session. And one of my favorite events is there is a group called the Sweetwater Rattlesnake Roundup, and they bring live rattlesnakes to the Texas Capitol, and they put them all in the middle of the outdoor rotunda. And if you want to, they will take a picture of you with a rattlesnake around your neck. And I have done that a couple times.
You were so rude.
Yeah. It's a lot of fun, and they do it to teach people that they have an actual rattlesnake roundup. So they encourage people to catch rattlesnakes because they use the venom to create the anti-venom if anybody gets bit by one. So anyway, it's a really cool place out here, and a lot of people use it for a lot of really cool things like the rattlesnakes.
That is so interesting. Well, I'm here to teach Texans not to be scared of rattlesnakes,
Absolutely.
right? They're a little intimidating, but they do have a purpose.
Yes, they do. Absolutely.
Now, I have to ask you, Caroline,
Yes.
you know, in the book, Bluebonnet is looking for Bevo, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Up there somewhere, Bevo hanging his head. Do you think that would ever happen?
Yes, you know what? Bevo has been to the Texas Capitol. As a matter of fact, he's been on the front lawn over here. I've gotten a picture with him over there, but he lives over here, so who knows? He might take walks over here sometime. We might see him one day.
And it's your mascot because you graduated from the University of Texas.
Yes, I did. Hook 'em.
Hook 'em.
Yes, I got my Master of Public Affairs from the University of Texas, but my parents met there, and their first date was a Longhorn football game. So I've always loved UT.
That's incredible, man. Keep it in the family, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, let's continue to tour the Capitol, just like Bluebonnet did.
Sounds good.
Let's do it.
So this is a map of all of the members of the Texas legislature and where their offices are in the building. So you can see right here, my name, Representative Caroline Harris Davila. And then my office is in the extension, and it's located at E1.312.
That's so cool. So if anybody is ever looking to visit their state representative, you know where to look.
Absolutely.
Good. How many offices do you think are in the Texas State Capitol?
There's 150 state legislators, so they all need an office, and then there's 31 state senators, so there's at least 181 for all of the members, and then there's a lot of other offices for staff that help us all out. So there's a lot here.
You just don't think of the Capitol having all these offices, right? You just think of making laws and doing all that good stuff, but there's a lot of work that goes on here every day.
Absolutely.
Really cool. made it to the Texas House of Representatives, and this is where Representative Davila, I always want to call you Harris, because that's how I grew up with her. Yeah. So she works here. She has a desk down on the floor, and it's closed right now. We can't go down there, but we're going to show you guys. But before we do, can you explain a little about the work that you do here?
Yes.
What takes place?
Absolutely. So there's a lot that takes place in here. This is where we vote on a new law of whether we want to have that new law in place in Texas or not. And so at my desk, I've got one button to vote yes, another button to vote no, and another button to say I don't want to take the vote or I can't take the vote. And so I'm going to say I'm here, but I can't vote yes or no. And that's a yellow light. And all of those votes show up on the board right behind me. It's got all of our names listed. And whenever we vote, it lights up. So it lights up green next to your name if you vote yes, red next to your name if you vote no, and yellow if you vote that you're there but you're not choosing yes or no. And so when you're voting, you can see exactly how everybody's voting.
Oh, I feel like all the kids watching, that would be such like a fun thing to do, right?
Yeah.
Just to go out there and like vote which color.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my word, that sounds, I want to go vote on your desk. But you have to be elected to get a desk there.
Yes,
so, you know, there's a lot of work that goes up to that.
Absolutely.
And in our book, Bluebonnet doesn't come into the House chamber. We're going to show you the Senate in a little while, but we had to show you this because obviously it's a huge part of Texas legislator,
It is.
Texas law, history, all of that.
So my desk is right here. It is the second desk from the front right here. And on this side right below us, that's where all the members of the press sit. So that they can write and report on any of the new ideas for laws that we are trying to get passed. And so I sit right next to them.
I was wondering what these were. I almost want to say they're the jury. But we're not in a court of law.
No.
A little bit different court of law, but that's really neat. I didn't know. I've been coming here how many years of my life, and I didn't know it was the press. So be sure to look out for the press box when you come to the Texas State Capitol.
Absolutely.
And you can see Caroline's desk.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
That's my desk down there, That's where I take all the votes.
I can see the little button panel.
Yep.
It's like I want to go down there and push them.
Yes, no, like I was telling you before, all the buttons are down there for voting yes, no, or if you're here but you can't vote on it for some reason. So I was telling Kassi earlier that in Texas, every other year for 140 days, January to May, is when we put new laws in place for Texas.
Yes.
And anybody can come watch us do that.
Yeah.
So you can make a plan to come visit us and sit right where Kassi and I are.
Right here.
And watch those debates happen in real time, live in front of you. You could even sit here and watch me press my buttons and vote.
Which you should totally do. So this is the painting that Bluebonnet saw in the book.
Yes, absolutely.
Came in the Senate chamber. Now, what is different, Caroline, about the Senate chamber versus the House of Representatives?
Absolutely. Well, it's different in a big way as far as numbers go. So in Texas, we have 150 state representatives and 31 state senators. And so in this chamber, you only have 31 desks instead of 150 desks. And I always tell people, if you look at the state of Texas, this shape, that shape is divided into 150 pieces. And I represent everybody in one of those pieces, and my piece is numbered 52.
Right.
So I have District 52. So it's divided into 150 pieces for the House of Representatives, and then it's divided into another 31 pieces for the senators. So senators represent almost 1 million people. And in the House, House members represent about 200,000 people. So you can tell there's a lot more in the Senate than there is in the House. And so that's one of the big differences is how many people that there are. And so that's why it's a little bit more room over here in the Senate chamber. And this is actually where my husband and I got married last year. So I came in these doors and walked down here, and we had our ceremony up at the front. And my dad did the ceremony, and I had both my grandfathers pray during the ceremony, which was so sweet. And it's just a lovely chamber. And you can kind of notice another difference is everything over here is green. Carpet's green.
I didn't notice that.
Curtains are green, and then over on the other side, it's all red. Red carpet, red curtains. That's another difference between the two. And then one thing I love to show people is the lights in both chambers. So if you look up here, they spell out Texas. All of the light bulbs together, it's TEXAS. And you can see that in the light bulbs.
So cool.
It's really cool.
That is so neat.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man, Texas just like goes above and beyond,
Yes.
right? Everything's bigger and better in Texas.
Yeah.
Even the lights in our Texas state capitol. Okay, so we have made it to the Rotunda, right in the middle of the Texas state capitol. Caroline, can you explain a little bit more about the centerpiece of this amazing building?
No problem. So in the Rotunda, you have all of the seals of the countries that at one point ruled over Texas. So you've got the Kingdom of Spain, you've got the Republic of Mexico, and you've even got the Republic of Texas.
That's right.
Which reminds us that Texas was its own country for 9 years before it became a part of the United States.
Wow.
So that's one reason why native Texans like us have so much pride.
Yeah.
Because we're the only state that used to be its own country and have, by the way, its own president. So that's pretty cool.
That is very cool. So we have made it to the Sam Houston statue that Bluebonnet saw on her tour of the Capitol.
Yes, absolutely.
Caroline, can you say just a little bit about who Sam Houston was?
Yes, so he was one of the fathers of Texas, is what we say. He helped establish Texas as its own country, and we, again, are very proud of that. So we have Sam Houston here, and we also have Davy Crockett over here, in case you want to see that while you're here as well. And again, like I told Kassi before, us Texans are very proud of our history as a republic and as what we think the best state in the United States.
A little biased.
Yeah.
So we have completed today's tour of the Texas State Capitol, the largest state capitol in the U.S. other than the one in D.C. Thanks so much for coming along today, retracing Bluebonnet steps of this amazing building. Caroline, thank you so much for giving us this special tour today.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure. I love working here. It's a beautiful building and you are welcome to visit it anytime.
If you're ever in the Austin area, be sure to stop by so you don't miss this gem of an experience. Be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures. And from all of us here in the heart of Texas, wishing you a great day. Bye.
Want more book days? Well, the adventure has only begun. Check out these episodes and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any of our upcoming adventures.